Hello YouTube, Double DJ-Derek back with another video. You may notice that my voice is not matching my person on the screen, and that is because I screwed up the audio settings for this recording. Must have bumped my mic at some point without realizing it, so it was just far enough away that my voice is recorded too quietly, and then the end result is you can't hear me unless you turn the volume way up, and then you get blown out by the game audio. So, and I hadn't realized this until I'd saved my progress and can't go back and redo all the battles that we did. So, one way I got to salvage this is I'm trying to do a voiceover here for the battles I just did, and hopefully at least make this passable. So I will make sure and have the settings double checked next time before the next video. So I apologize for any empty space or whatever. I'll try and keep talking about what I was thinking when playing this, but it's a little different when you're doing it versus already knowing what's going to happen. So the first battle here is really easy or really difficult, depending on what Goland decides to do for you. If he uses his big attack, which is Galaxy Stop, which he is going to use here for me, it pretty much shuts down the entire battlefield for the enemy. It uses don't act, don't move, and stop on everyone, regardless of where they are. So I was kind of surprised about this here. They've got the Thief, who has the Steel Heart ability. This is one of the few times where you've got the Thieves are all female in here, so it'll work against most of my guys. And they didn't do it. They just came and attacked, which makes it really easy here. So, because I have two ninjas, what they normally would do is they'd come take control of one ninja, and then that ninja would go kill the other ninja. So, but once Galaxy Stop goes off, the battle's pretty much won. I think it shuts down 3 out of the 5 here, or 3 out of 6, maybe more. I don't remember now. But as you can see, the ninjas are just taking things out. And yeah. Auto potion is so broken in this game. It's just too strong of a skill. Or maybe it's just because it goes off too often. And I believe Ramsey can reach all the guys up top there. I think that's what I'm checking here. Make sure I can hit 2 of them. I have to target the spot that Goland is on, so I was counting off 4 spaces away because that's how far I can cast it from. There we go. And here comes the stop. This is just nuts, this skill. You just win if you use it. See? There are only 2 guys that it didn't hit. The one that's down by me and the one that's one of the ones back in the corner there. And I think here Agris actually stops this guy, which is just pouring a little salt in the wound. Yeah. Yeah, this battle really becomes a formality if he uses Galaxy Stop. If not, then it's kind of a race to get up there because those 2 guys go up top with him. And they'll do enough damage. He probably doesn't kill any of them, but he's only got about 220 health, and they start hitting for 40, 50, 60 a piece, and it takes you a couple rounds to get to him because you have to go around to the back of the building. That little ledge right there, right in front of the thief, is the only place you can jump up there. So I have had him get killed up there before because I couldn't get to him in time. That's why I have Agris set on that other side, because I can have her use skills from down below, where like the ninjas would be throwing stuff or whatever. That was another stupid play. He used the steel heart, so he took control of my ninja, who could have then walked up and just walloped one of my guys, and instead he threw a shuriken at Ramza that did like 30 damage. So yeah, the AI was pretty stuck on stupid this game. And now it's just about cleaning up. I think I did. I've been trying to keep these videos to like an hour, hour and a half, so they're not too long for you guys, which is usually about 3 or 4 battles. I think I did 5 in this one, but there are a couple that are really short, like a round or 2.
Well, if he's smart enough to start attacking. That's not quite what I would call an attack.
Oh.
You're embarrassing yourself. Alright, who's left? Just those 2? Oh, 3. There's 2 of them up there on the roof right now. Try working my way around.
Just planning on getting around here, but
Yeah, that guy's standing right.
in case I needed to. I knew with that guy sitting right there, I couldn't actually jump up there until he was killed. So that's why I'm setting up to have Ramza again throw Ramu up one more time. Otherwise I have to wait for him to wake up, or for Olan to kill him on his own.
Well, at least I'm not gonna get him from here.
But it's really just about getting Ramu cast up there one more time. That pretty much ends the fight, I think. Accumulate. Talk about a worthless act or action there. Other than Galaxy Stop, he did basically nothing that whole fight.
That was simple enough.
There we go. That one's down.
Well, how many actions did the Geo take? Took 2. Or did you do 3? It might be.
I believe there's a cutscene that we have to go through before the next battle.
It'd be so broken if they let you have Olan in your party. Just Galaxy Stop everything. Nothing ever gets to do anything.
I know at some point here I've got all 3 of my ninjas completed. I had that Geo there. I think he's still like needed to make one more swing or something. I remember being aggravated about it in between videos where I had to leave him as a Geomancer for one more.
Why would you ever waste points on that skill? Priest, is that enough?
Yeah, I finished my priest stuff there. Got the magic defend. And I went back to a time mage here, but decided later, which I should have figured out before this battle, that I should just be on a summoner. Because the only thing I'm trying to get from time mage is short charge, and I won't be equipping that until I've got everything else that I want. Because it'll replace the gain job point up ability. So I should have just gone straight to the summoner. So I think I changed that after the next battle. There, I did finish her. So it should just be 3 ninjas now. I hadn't bought any better gear for them yet. I'm mainly waiting for, I know the judo outfit becomes available in like a battle, which gives them +1 attack. But I'm actually not even going to buy that when it shows up, because a couple battles later I'll be able to get the power sleeve, which is +2 to the battle. And that's pretty much their end game gear that, or shirt that I will keep on them for the rest of the way, for as long as I keep using the ninjas here. Eventually, I mean, they're getting you through the main story and stuff, but eventually all 3 of them will get replaced by the unique characters that we get later. So Worker 8, Sid, Orlando, and Beowulf will be the ones that I run at the very end, along with Agrius and Rams, of course. So. Alright.
Filled up. Needing phoenixes now. Alright. I think there is a battle at the next location, but I think there's a cutscene first. It's like as you try to leave. Yeah. Where the church comes and accuses us of heresy, so that they can try and arrest us because we're causing problems.
Still learning how to do this stuff as we go here. As far as figuring out how to do this editing and with the volume and stuff. I've never done a voiceover before, so this is I hope this works. Now we're getting to the after this we have the battle where we take out Zalmo, who's just like a high priest with all the healing type skills and such.
Go forever. So after this, though, there's some more challenging battles, I guess, or more dangerous ones. Let's see if there's anything here. I don't think there is. Oops. Ah. Don't want any armors. That's also crap.
Alright. This is a pretty easy fight too. I mean, you end up with Zalmo's capable of healing and reviving these guys. And you've got, I think, 3 knights and 2 monks to go against. So there's some heavy hitters, but you just obliterate them from a distance with summons. And then the ninjas, having such high movement, they always get the first hit. They swing twice. Same reason I always build my party this way, is they can just crush anything. And if I remember right, this turns pretty one-sided pretty quickly. Hmm. Although this battle of it did play out different than all the other times I've done it. Normally, you get two knights trying to climb over on the left side there, and then everything else heads around to the right. And I think they all like ran left at the start here, which was kind of unusual. So, but they still lined up nicely for Ramsay to throw a big summon out there that just crushed them. Now I'm just throwing shurikens just to get experience. Not really for the damage. The only thing I'm even paying attention to here is who has the highest chance to hit. I could care less about the damage. That's one thing about, I mean, this party you were going against here has the potential for a lot of damage if you get in close to them, but they have no range attacks. So they got to get up to you. So in theory, if you were sitting here with a bunch of archers or chemists with guns and stuff, you can just tear them up. But it's just as easy to run down with a ninja and smack them in the face. Or a summoner, as we'll see here in a moment. Yeah, he threw a rock at me. Cost me an auto potion, basically. Or a potion. Yeah, they kind of made that too easy. Because all three of those guys I can hit in one summon. Aiming right there. Eggers didn't get to do much this battle. She was essentially had nobody to hit. The others just run forward too fast. They all have 7 movement, and she's got 4, I think. Maybe 5, I don't remember. Yeah, this is kind of obscene here. All 3 of them fell. That just leaves Zalmo and the 2 knights.
Zalmo's gonna start reviving them one at a time. Let's see if we can do anything here first. Just throw a dagger at him. 18, 60%, 68, yeah, better odds. Just because we can, it's not going to do anything real to him. 76.
Much like the other battle, this is really just kind of a formality. I mean, they've got chances to dodge, but there's no way they're going to do enough damage to really threaten me here. And they're not going to drop me in like one shot, so we've still got the auto potion thing going on. It's annoying when they use potions on each other, but at this point, you know, guys are hitting for almost 100 damage and they're using 30 point, you know, basic potions that we had at the beginning of the game. It's kind of meaningless. And he missed anyway. Yeah, 162 point heal from Cure 3. And then Ramu takes it pretty much all right back. 148, I think that was. Yeah, one more night to go. I'm going to change my mind here because I wasn't sure if the other ninja could get to the far side of him, which I think he actually can. But because of that tree, I wasn't sure. But safer just to do this anyway. Kind of mad at myself here because I had Agrius, I think, had one time where she just didn't do an action, and I ended up being like one action away from learning Lightning Stab because I just can't get to anybody. I think I went and killed Alma here, if I remember that, just because I didn't want to hit one of my other guys since they all could trigger auto potions. At least with her, it wouldn't happen.
Hit her as well.
Yeah, I was trying to find something useful to do with Agrius there.
The reason I hit her instead of Ramsey is because of the using an auto potion that I don't need to, and you don't have to keep her alive during this battle. It's all just about getting Zalma out of here.
Alright, this is just about done.
Alright. Now we're headed back to Orburn. There's 3 floors I have to go through.
Alright, I know I did the all of the Orburn Monastery too for this video, so all 3 battles in there. First one's pretty standard, but the second and third one are quick battles. It's one of those ones where you got a unique character you got to take out, and either you get them quick or they get you, unless you want to take the long approach to the battle. I know I kind of click through these quick, so I hope nobody's like trying to watch the story as I'm playing through the game here. I really like the story for this game, but I've played through it so many times. I know if I was trying to take my time and give you guys a chance to read everything, half the time I would forget and just mess it up.
I think this is where I can actually buy.
I don't think there was anything to buy here. Just checking just in case.
Attack. Just because as soon as we get out of Orborn, I'll be able to buy one that's +2 attack.
I think there actually is some good stuff in the next city, though. Every time you do anything quest related, it advances stuff just a little bit, and you see one new item available in the cities or something. Like there, I get my Holy Mitre finally, which is just a better version of the red hat or triangle hat I was wearing. So there's the judo outfit. That's the one that gives +1 physical, but I'm just not gonna bother with it because I'll get the power sleeve here pretty quick anyway. It's actually, I believe, right after we get out of Orborn and those 3 battles in there that I'll be able to get the power sleeve. So then the judo one just becomes irrelevant.
Like I said, I'm going to go to Summoner.
And here's where I was talking about. I figured out I should have already been a summoner, and I'm not. So I switch back to it. Mainly, I've got the Ramu and I've got Moogle. So I've got my offense and defense covered, but the main thing I'm missing is I want that Golem spell, which takes, I think, 500 job points, or maybe it's 520, I don't remember. But it makes you immune for like the next several physical attack damages you take are completely blocked on any of your party, doesn't matter who. You see this big hand of the golem just appear and eat the damage instead of your own guys. So it's arguably the best ability that the summoner has. Yeah, I still don't have my lightning stab. I'm just taking all the gear from Alma, because she's never actually going to participate in a battle. The red shoes I got from her is the one item that I will make use of, because it's just like battle boots, where it's +1 move, except it's also +1 magic. So there will be a battle or two, I think, where I put those on Ramza. But for right now, I keep the magic gauntlet, which is +2 to magic. And here I got access to my the next ninja sword. Although I don't think I bought it. I try not to buy every one because it ends up being too much money. So I usually buy every other.
So this battle is the first time we have to deal with the Lancer class, which is much like a knight, heavily armored, lots of health, and they hit like a ton. They use the jump attack. They also carry lances instead of swords, which allows them to attack.
Yeah, so this is the first battle at Orborn here. Or it will be once we get through this cutscene. This is the first time you have to deal with the Lancer class of enemies. There's going to be 3 of those, a 2-time mages, and a chemist in here. I actually set my party kind of back to make sure that they couldn't get to me with their opening moves. But I forgot, I'd always done that from before when I started using the ninjas, and the ninjas go faster and everything else, so I should have just lined them right up at the front. And instead, they weren't, or they were close enough to get to where they needed to go, but I messed up and put Agris in a spot where she couldn't hit her first attack. So, but where I start my party here, if you're using guys that are a little slower, that would be the spot to put them. Here's where I changed my save files too. It's a good idea to, you can keep saving over the same file, but if you go into a building like that where you're going to have 2-3 battles, where the game just gives you the option to save in between, move it to a different save, because that's how you get soft locked, like I did, like many people did when you first go up against Ygraph. is because you can't go back because you save midway. Here's what I was talking about, where I should have just put my guys in the front. I instead lined them up just far enough away to where the Lancers couldn't all get to them. I should have actually had Agris one step closer instead of all the way back in the corner. That would have worked too.
Let them jump on guys that are a certain height or a certain level, depending on what skill they have unlocked.
The Lancers have that jump ability, which I've never actually tried playing with them because they take so long to unlock all their skills. And they would be effective with a lot of them, but without them, they're not very good. So you really have to spend a lot of time to be able to have the jumps at any level and at any height, or having most of them unlocked. But they do a lot of damage, and they're basically stronger versions of knights for the most part. These were annoying because they're already hard to hit, and then they've got that catch ability too, where I can't like throw my ninja stars at them.
And then that one with less odds, he gets both his hits in.
I think here I tried to figure out who I could hit, and the only one that was more than like a 30% was the chemist, which is fine, but.
Those guys can't get up to where I'm at.
Yeah, so he's gonna jump, and that's a lot of damage too.
Damage when he lands. That's quite a bit. Oh, no auto potion. Chemist is gonna shoot him. Oh, he didn't. Oh, that chemist doesn't have a. That must be a pretty poor time mage if casting haste had a 45% chance of success.
Yeah, you know it's a pretty ineffective mage when she only had a 45% chance of success on casting that. Here's where I goofed. I put Ramza standing right there, and now gives Agris no place to stand. That's where I needed her to be in order to hit one of the Lancers. And because of that, she ends up not doing anything. Yep. I was thinking I could still hit him from there, but nope, nothing.
That was a lot of damage.
Ouch.
Oh, my auto potion ain't trigger. It's twice it missed.
Yeah, this fight's really just about getting rid of that chemist. That's the main goal. The time mages are a distraction. It's just the Lancers who will kill you, and the time mage will bring them back if you give him the chance. Here I think I attacked because I had nothing else I could do, even though it's like a 25% chance to hit. But I had no one I could throw at, and no other skills I could use. So I just swung twice. I think I missed them both if I remember right. And this happened to be, I'm standing next to my other guy who I could heal, and this happened to be my one ninja that doesn't have his X potion skill yet. It's like 5 points short of it. So not a whole lot of options there. I think we're almost done with this. Yeah, that was worthless. He slowed him, which was, why would you do that? Because this guy's just going to go up and kill him next. So that was another wasted action from them. Those guys do hit pretty hard. And because they have the lance, too, they can actually hit you from 2 spaces away, not just 1. What the hell? Okay. I don't know why, but my voice recording just paused while this was going here, so hopefully this is working again. It looks like it is. I don't know what happened there. I didn't touch anything. And now, of course, I don't remember what I was saying or what I was thinking. Alright. This battle should be about over here. There we go. Just got to clean up the time mages now.
Oh, that's right. You don't move. It's okay. We'll just take him out.
Yeah, I was going to go over and kill him, and then forgot he had stuck that don't move on me. So all I could do was throw something at him. I didn't even see what that was. Probably slow. Alright, should just be able to finish this idiot off here. And like I said, the next battle is going to be pretty simple. Or actually, both of the next 2 are fairly straightforward, although if I remember right, I think the second one didn't go as planned at the start.
Kind of cheese because I don't have to. My ninjas can jump over the wall that I would normally have to walk around and fight a bunch of guys.
So in the following one, we have to defeat Iswald.
He's got a decent chance.
And the way the map is set up, they want you to kind of work your way around, almost loop around to get to him, or there's a path kind of behind you that you can like climb up the walls and try and get to him that way. But with our ninjas with the jumping ability, we can just go over the wall. We can actually get to him with the very first round of combat. Yeah, I think yours I realized that one away. Yeah, so the game has you facing like you're heading that direction, but over here, like you can go back and then climb up, which is why I put Ramza and Agris over there, and then the ninjas can just jump over to the right. I actually screwed up the order though with Agris and Ramza, because Agris has one more move than Ramza does, which with them being set up like that, they're both going to end up on the same spot. So since Agris moved first, Ramza ended up wasting a movement point. So instead, if I'd had them reversed, Ramza would have moved up to the same spot, or back one spot, but then Agris would have been forward 2 more spots.
Over there by that knight. It's on the
I'm not sure that it would have mattered though, because I think the battle ended either way before they would have got there. What I should have done, and I even said this in the recording, was I should have been smart enough to have Agris smack Ramza once just to get the job points to unlock the lightning stab, and I forgot to do it. So I didn't have it again going into the next battle. Yeah, here you can just get over to Islud. Or, what is it? Yeah, is it Islud? I can never remember his damn name. He's got that damn counterattack, which he always hits for a lot. But, you know, you get a couple swings in, a couple throws. It doesn't take much to get him into critical health. And you bypass the summoner on the far side of the map, who's kind of waiting for you there if you'd actually taken the straightforward path. And there's a couple archers that can still shoot you, but, I mean, that's not as threatening as some of the other potential things that you have to deal with nowadays. Archers aren't that scary anymore.
basically the rest of those guys over there are kind of irrelevant. It just takes them too long to get to the battle.
Ugh.
And the archers can shoot, but they don't do a ton of damage. And the summoner is just too far away. He's coming around this way, and we're going to go back the other direction.
Yeah, so here's where I should have had Agris smack Ramza, and I didn't. And now Ramza can only go forward 3 steps because Agris is where I would have ended up. If I'd have swapped him, Ramza would have ended up in the same spot, but Agris would have been 2 steps farther. And this should be over shortly here. We just gotta get Islud. Yeah, Islud, that's what it is. Just gotta get his health to critical. Which that does it right there, even though we clobbered him.
This time he's going to come forward and we can just gang attack him. This next fight should only last 1 round.
And now we have our next encounter with our old buddy Ygraph.
Didn't even get to make an attack. I should have punched Ram.
So this fight with this setup, again with the ninjas not having, a lot of health and Ygraph always hitting hard, you kind of know that you're either going to win or lose very quickly. And there's no real place that you can set this up so that you don't have 3 guys that can be hit by 1 lightning stab. I didn't really pay attention to who I was setting up where, but unfortunately, I think Ygraph gets a critical hit here with his lightning stab and does a lot more damage than he's supposed to.
And then it's just about everybody can reach him, so he's got a chance to dodge like they usually do. So we throw the kitchen sink at him and hopefully get him down. If we don't, we probably lose. We just have to do it here. Everyone else is irrelevant. All the other enemy units, I mean, they won't even get a hit off. The fight will be over one way or the other, like, too quickly for them.
Yep, took out 2 of my guys right off the bat. It's not that uncommon to lose one of your ninjas there. And I still got 200 damage out of that guy. But I needed... In this case, you can't just get him to critical health. You actually have to get him all the way to 0. And that guy whiffing twice kind of sealed my fate here. Because I know that Agrius can come in, you know, has a 100% chance to hit with like a stasis sword or something, but that's only going to do like 50, 60 damage. And he's still got like 114 left, I think. And that right there, I think, was the wizard summoning the Moogle to heal him as well. Which kind of puts things out of reach here. Oh no, that was Shiva. I think he does the Moggle or Moogle next though. Shiva gets rid of the ninja. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, this battle I was not able to finish off here. Because now at this point, I can't revive anybody. I'm down to 1 more attack and Wygraf will take me out. And I only do enough damage to take out half of his health. Or actually, it's, now that I hit him with that previous stasis sword, I think he's down to like 70 or something. If I got lucky with a critical hit, you know, I could still win. But then before the attack even comes around, you know, the wizard here heals him. At that point, I think we just call it and start over. Because there's no way. Yep, that's why I reset there.
Him getting that critical hit and taking out 2 guys did not help matters.
But then the next time he does a completely stupid approach that makes no sense to me. I think I double checked my gear here to make sure my guys, you know, had enough. Who had the most health and stuff. I was going to try and put the ones with the most health in that group of 3 so they had the better chance of surviving it. I think that guy only had 125.
Because that was too cheap to get a better arm. Alright. How much health did Ramza have? He had more than that, didn't he? 139. That's about the same.
So we try again.
I guess we'll just do the same thing. Put the guys with the most health back here.
Actually, now that I'm looking at that, I never really bothered to do it, but I think there is a way I could set up my guys to where he can't hit 3 of them, where he could only max out at 2.
No, my luck this time it's like
If I did,
one guy's gonna come up, hit him twice, and the final
yeah. If I had him in the 3 corners, and then I had 2 guys side by side to each of them. So it's like, if you're looking at like, numbers on a phone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that 8 is blocked, I can't go to. I had him in like 2, 3, 4, 7, and 9. I think he can only hit 2 guys. Here's where he did something really stupid. For whatever reason, he goes and attacks 1 guy. I don't know if he just didn't have the damage to take out any of the other 3. Maybe that's why he went for that 1. It makes absolutely no sense. This battle still almost was a pain because my guys were not doing damage. He got 1 hit and died. And this guy, for whatever reason, his damage was not high enough. He only did 64 and only hit once. So I've only got 2 out of the 4 swings, and the other ninja's down. The one saving grace, though, is I've got Ramsey, who's going to do Ramu for 100 plus. And I've got Agrius as well. So that's all guaranteed damage. Where the ninjas, he's got a chance to dodge them. Here I had a brain fart. I was trying to figure out where I could put that so I could hit him, and I forgot that, Stasis Sword, he's he's already not on the same floor as anyone else, so it's just going to hit him. I got greedy, wanted to hit other guys too. So I moved in closer, but I think they're all just far enough away to where he was the only one I could hit anyway. I think I got to hit that one little knight just around the corner, but that was it. Everyone else is just far enough away. So now he's weak, I think, but it wasn't quite enough to kill him.
As long as he doesn't find some way to do it. Once again, this is just going longer than usual. Normally you just already dead by now.
Here I almost panicked. Once I thought I had this, in the bag because I can still get Agrius over there to go and hit him from there. But because of where my ninja's corpse is, I actually can't get close enough to use any of Agrius's attacks. Again, because I'm missing a lightning stab. I can only, splits goes 3 and stasis goes 2 and expands 1, again for a net of 3. And I needed 4 range to be able to hit him. I got up here and went, oh crap. So all I could do was hit the guys in front of him. But then Ramses, the summon will work, assuming, I can get it off before anybody moves away again. But short of that, I would have had to do the battle over again, probably. So we got summon, happens immediately, and it can hit him from there. So we're good to go.
Obliterate the group. And they all fall.
And that will do it. Alright, guys, so that was the last battle I did for this recording. I know there's still the cutscenes here. That is still, part of it. And then I go through the town and do some shopping and stuff before finally calling it. Yeah, again, I apologize, guys, for screwing this up. Hopefully this was at least passable. I'll make sure I've got the gameplay volume turned down a little bit more for the next one, and my voice audio a little higher so that I don't have to worry about this again. But again, thanks for getting through this. Hopefully this is still useful information to you guys. As always, like, subscribe if you can. That it helps immensely with for creators. That's how we get things, going here. That's how we keep doing what we're doing. Keep bringing you guys the stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna stop my voice over here. You guys can keep watching until the end if you want, but if you can hear my voice from the video, I don't know if you can or not, but anyway, I will catch you guys up in the next video. Have a good one.
I remember when I first saw this as a kid, I thought it was kind of cool. Time to go shopping at Gorder. Now I should be able to get the power sleeves, which give my ninjas +2 attack, making them even stronger. That's really their end game, is whatever the two best weapons are, the twisted headband, the power sleeve, and then eventually replace the battle boots with the bracer, which is +3 physical, although that's not available yet. Cutscene here. There's a chat option there, but it doesn't matter which option you pick. Just changes his dialogue a little bit, but has no impact on anything going forward. big spot where we have to deal with Y-Graph for the last time. Alright, so new ninja weapons. Again, need 6 of those. New Wizard's Rod. Who uses it? Wizard Summoner. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. There's the power sleeve. +2 to physical. Need to sell in order to afford that. Nothing else here I need. I've got plenty of potions, phoenixes. Okay, so power sleeves. I need 28,000. Alright. No problem. Collecting useless artifacts for a while, or accessories. Which one is this? Yeah, I'll never put that. I'll try and keep like 1 or 2 of every type of armor. We got plate mail, we got gold mail. Yeah, just to cover all my bases. But ultimately, I just need to get enough of the stuff I want. The headgear is kind of irrelevant now that I got the twisted headbands. Thrills, I don't need that. I'm sure I got plenty of weapons and not things I don't need here. Let's start with shields. Got 2 new thrills, I don't need that. We're almost there. White staff, I'll never lose that. Battle dictionary. Yeah, that's enough. I always buy 4 of them instead of 3 because the fight several away from now, but I think it's Bervina Free City against Meluda. She always gets the first hit, and it is always shell bust stab which breaks your armor. It's always good to have a spare one of those, since I know it's going to get trashed at some point. Now all these guys should be good. Ta-da. Okay. Ability. The next one on the list. And I should have my lightning staff now as well. Nice. I really want to start giving her secondary chemist stuff. But I think I will at least wait until we get past and get out of the end of the chapter here. Alright, you know what? I think we're gonna call it there, guys. We've been doing, I think we did 4 or 5 battles or whatever. So I've been trying to keep these
as always, like, subscribe, ask questions if you got any. I'll try and respond to everyone. Any feedback, whatever you guys can do, always helps the channel. The likes, the subscribes, things like that. That's how content creators grow. Get to where we can do this full time in theory. That's the hope. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We'll see you in the next one.